I think that's actually a fact.
Oh my gosh. I think you hacked me.
I did not.
I made hard ones
I am
today.
just genuinely smart.
Yes, you are. Everybody, April is the person that we were making fun of in high school. But anyway, April, teacher's
That's
pet.
probably
We
true.
got it. Okay, but anyway.
This is On Call.
Else it'd be really cool to just wear scrubs all the time. Then you don't have to think about what you're going to wear to work.
Joke
That
is
is awesome.
We're here to answer your questions.
We can sit down and discuss all. Wait, I gotta go. I'm on call.
Wait, you're on call? I thought I was on call.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of On Call with April and Alicia. I'm Alicia.
I'm April.
And April made me scrap my original opening that was just complaining about how cold
It's
it is.
too Grinch. Maybe I should have let you because it was kind of Grinch-like.
Because you know what this is? It's winter. And we're back. And I feel like we've not had a podcast in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Last time we talked, it was Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Now it's almost Christmas. And I tell you what, April, I'm really glad I put my lights up early.
Yeah.
Because it's
so
like 2
stinking
weeks
cold
away.
Yes, yeah, also it's 2 weeks away. Yes.
We got beautiful. We got really cool snow. I'm fine with winter. I've said this. I'll double down on it. I'm fine with it if it's snowing.
Because it's pretty.
It just, I think it blankets the earth a little bit, you know?
Yep.
And so it's cold, but it doesn't feel as cold as it is. And I'm sure there's probably like meteorological, I can't talk, weather term, about like why that happens. But yeah, like you ever go in the snow and it doesn't feel as cold as it looks?
Yeah. Well, maybe you just don't care because you're playing in the snow. We had a little snow the other day, not much, but it was pretty because it covered everything for a few hours.
Oh, that's right. You got that lake effect. Or
Just a little bit.
We got, I'm gonna say 5 inches or so, and it went quick because I kept telling my kids, God, like they hate me. I swear, they're like, "You think you're a I can't say the word today. Meteorologist. You think you're a meteorologist, but you're not, Mom." And I'm like, "But on my spare time, I am." And
They're just grounding you, making sure you got your
but
bearings.
but my point is, I'm like trying to tell you good news. Like you're probably not going to have school tomorrow. And Maddox is like hitting me up with all this like technical stuff. Like, oh, well, it's 9 o'clock right now, and technically it'd have to snow this much, da 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 da, and it's supposed to stop by 8 a.m. So how are we gonna? I was like, okay, whatever, Mr. Wizard. I don't know. I'm just telling you that it's coming, and I'm looking at the radar. And no poops. Like we went to sleep probably 10 o'clock. Woke up 5 a.m. 5 inches.
Wow. Did they have school?
Dumped. Nope. I was right. And I won. I was cool mom. And I'm now cool mom for the rest of this year.
There
2
you
more
go.
weeks, 3 more weeks, but that's it. But I got a prize.
Then you
Okay.
got to reset.
The last time you and I talked, you shared a story with me that has taken me a really long time to recover from. Do you remember that story?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Well, for those, if you didn't listen, please go back and listen to the episode before. But April shares a story about we have some germ problems. Okay, April, I have a story that I think is going to be worse than yours. And I'm not trying to outdo you, but I've been holding on to this one for a little bit because this might be the only time I could tell you and not physically gag. Ready?
I'm ready. Let me hear it.
I'm not going to tell you the restaurant's name.
Okay.
If we were,
I don't
if
wanna
we
hear
were
this if it's a
individual,
restaurant.
I would tell you the restaurant's name, but because I respect sound, I'm not going to.
All right.
So I have this thing. I don't know what's going on in my life, but I don't get an appetite. I don't know if you're going through anything similar, but I don't get an appetite to the middle of the night now. I don't eat all day.
Oh, no, I eat all day long.
We
talked about this last episode too, where I eat all the time.
It just shows it just in the middle of the night or whatever. And I started thinking, oh, I mean, I got to eat. So like, I got to keep food here. So like bad habits, I was feeding the problem literally and the pun. But in some of those nights, I had ordered a particular restaurant that my kids wanted to go to. And I got
Were your kids eating in the middle of the night too?
No, just me.
Okay.
I
love how you just tried to blame it on the kids. I ordered food because the kids wanted to eat.
No. I'm saying this is where they wanted to eat because I keep wanting to tell you where I was, but I can't. Okay. So I'm putting filler phrase in here. This is my improv from performing arts. So I'm we order food. Here's the thing. I get this salad. I put the salad, I have this chair that sits in my room. It's like a sitting chair. And I put it on the chair because I was like, well, at least if I wake up, I only have to take a couple of steps.
Ew, you left it out of the fridge?
Yeah, because I normally wake up at like midnight. That's the middle of the night for me.
Okay.
So I'm not talking about 4 or 5 a.m., but that has happened. No judgment. Here we go. So I have the salad sitting out, and Maddox had climbed in to my bed. And I thought, oh, I can't turn a light on, so I'm going to eat in the dark. And so I sit in my bed and I take a couple bites, and I'm like with my eyes closed. It's really quite embarrassing if you saw what it looked like, but that's what I was doing. And I bite, and I'm like, this piece of lettuce feels really weird.
Oh, God.
And I'm texturing it. And I think we're all doing the same thing with our mouth right now. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Are you ready?
Did you spit it out?
Yeah.
I don't want to know what it was.
It was a Band-Aid.
Ew.
It was a Band-Aid.
Well, that's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It's hard. It was a used Band-Aid with gunk on the tip, which told me the prep chef or the sous chef or what, I don't know. I'm sorry for everybody in the culinary institution. Like, I don't know the terms, but there's like your prep people that do the prepping, and whomever was cutting and prepping the lettuce cut their finger, put a Band-Aid on, but they weren't wearing gloves, were they?
No,
because that Band-Aid should have never come off in the lettuce. I chewed somebody's Band-Aid. It was still round.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, welcome to how I felt a couple weeks ago.
Ew.
Try to do the podcast now.
Well, you're probably never going to order from that place again.
Never. No. I'll never step into it again, ever. And I won't tell you I'll tell you offline what it is, but no, never. I can still feel it was one of those.
Also, what other lesson did we learn today, Alicia?
Don't eat in the middle of the night.
In the dark. Do not eat.
Right, but just don't
in the dark with your eyes
in the middle of the night anyway. So that's what I was
but
saying.
you would have seen it if you had turned your light on and opened your eyes. You would have seen what you were putting in your mouth.
I know, but I didn't want to overstimulate myself. I was a little worried about that part.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
if I overstimulated myself,
I'm not above eating in the middle of the night. When I was pregnant, I used to get up and eat peanut butter crackers in the middle of the night. Like, I'd get up to go pee, and then I would have my crackers in the bathroom, and I would grab them and I would eat them. Same thing in bed. But I would.
Did you?
Yeah,
just,
because
like, when you get smart enough, you just
sick.
go like, I'm just gonna just put them on the nightstand.
Yeah, because I would feel I was so sick all the time, and I would wake up starving at like 2 a.m. So I would get up, go to the bathroom, and then I would eat that. But it was like, a wrapped peanut butter crackers that I would open, and I would know what I was putting in my mouth. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
That's correct. All right. Yeah. So that's what happened. So welcome to my world.
Oh my gosh.
When I say my world, I also mean, I hope the way you feel right now, you understand how I felt after your story. And now I want you to go try and do a joking podcast.
Okay.
After that, it's tough. So I remember when I told you, I told Jill Barno this story, and I was like, I can't tell you until the podcast. That's what I was talking, because nothing. There were no words. Like, my mouth waters still in the nausea water when I tell you the story.
Yeah, I just had it. That's disgusting.
Yeah, a Band-Aid. So we'll never do that again. But anyway, it's winter, everybody. Have you noticed the great moods we're in? I didn't get my vitamin D lamp, so I'll be expecting that as a Christmas gift from you this year, April.
Yeah,
but
it's on its way.
Is it? So is Baxter's sweater.
Mm. He won't be able to fit it over his cone.
Oh, all right. That's right. We need to. Hey, well wishes for our buddy Baxter.
He's all right.
He quit biting his tail finally, didn't he?
Well, no, but we had to have surgery to take it out.
I know, but did he quit picking at it?
Well, he hasn't had the opportunity. He's been on a cone since.
Oh, he's back.
Like, he woke up from anesthesia, and I plopped that thing right back on his face. I did give him an hour without it last night. And gosh, was he mad when I put it back on. Like, I took him for a walk, and he can't walk in it because he tries to sniff and everything. So he's like scraping the cone against the sidewalk. So I took it off. And then he was really mad that I put it back on. And he keeps trying to go up the steps in the house, like to go up to my bedroom when I go to bed. And for whatever reason, he gets this great idea that he's going to sprint up the steps with this cone on. And I have caught him
mid-fall on the stairs probably 4 times in the last 4 days.
Oh.
Because it like hits the step and it shoots him back. So I go up behind him because I know it's coming. And the girls from their rooms are like, "What's that?" I'm like, "The dog fell on the stairs again."
Baxter's being annoying again, Mom. Is that what they're saying?
No, they're like, "What is that noise? What is he doing?" He's trying to get upstairs. And he hasn't realized to not, like, if he just walked normal, he'd be fine. But he runs at the stairs and then the cone bounces him back. I'll be glad when it's gone.
Yes. Well, I think that you guys, I don't want him to be tortured with it, but it would be really funny if he just kept running into the back of your legs, because that thing would prick the back of your legs. That's even, I want him to have it on for a long time.
The one we have on now, the one they gave us after surgery, is padded. So it doesn't hurt quite as bad. Yeah.
They should give all dogs padded ones. Okay, we're gonna digress here. We're gonna talk about the season that we love the most, summer today.
Nope.
Okay, just kidding. Winter, but it's winter time. What's our favorite thing to do?
Stay inside.
Fact or fiction?
Watch
that part too. That was great, April.
I know.
Like April for the win. No, yes, our favorite thing is to stay inside and record from our pajamas. But no, our favorite thing is to share with our audience our facts and our fiction. It's the last one of the year. And it really doesn't matter. Even if you win, I still won for the year. So don't worry about keeping score.
I'm not going to keep score, but I don't think that's true.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. So let's do a little winter fact or fiction.
It's not true.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They know that it's very true. And guess what? We got an email the other day.
About what?
We got an email to our on-call podcast email.
We did?
No, I was just joking. I was just practicing for when that ever happens.
I was like, that's interesting because I'm pretty sure I'm the one that checks it. I didn't see one.
I just wanted to go, how does it feel if we did?
I didn't believe you. That's how it was.
We did get some DMs though, so I'll share those with you offline. So we're getting some guys. Reach out to us. Let us know.
I just checked our inbox and we officially have not gotten
the first person that does it's going to get a shirt, a Sound New Swag shirt. First person, and you can mark it down when this episode comes out. Okay, let's do a winter fact or fiction. We're midweek, almost, kind of ish, and this is gonna be a Wednesday. Let's get halfway through the week. Let's get to the other half, and let's get towards Christmas. Let's do a fun fact or fiction.
All right, let's do it.
Drive this bad boy. All right, how about you? You start us off.
Okay. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Fact.
You thinking about salads though?
I wasn't. Nope.
You're thinking about how great.
I'm still thinking that you shouldn't eat in the dark in the middle of the night. That's what
it wasn't, by the way. It was cloth. It wasn't. It was one of those stretchy ones, like New Skinny typey ones. That's what made it worse. It was like a shirt.
Okay, I can picture you with a like that's disgusting. Stop. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Fact or fiction?
Mm-hmm.
Relaxing your muscles during a fall on the slopes decreases your chance of injury.
I think that's got to be fact, right? A fall on the slope. So you're saying for some of us, what? Hold on. Let's go back to the question. For some of us that don't know slope, you mean
on the ski slope? Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm
you're
landlocked,
on the ski
baby
slope,
girl. We don't have mountains around here.
and you're gonna fall.
Okay. So I just thought you make yourself loosey goosey.
No, that's what people do think, but that's not what you should do.
That's wrong? Oh, wow. Okay, tell me.
Yes, because in reality, the muscles in your arms, legs, trunk, they actually need to tighten during a fall to protect your bones and joints. So if you relax, then the ligaments around your joints aren't assisted by your muscles, but the ligaments, joints at risk of injury. So if your muscles are stiff, they help absorb the shock of the impact, which just takes the weight off of your weaker structures.
Really?
This is according to a study that was done at the University of Michigan. Yes.
You know what I'd like to see? How does that compare to, they say when people who drive under the influence, whether that's intoxication by alcohol or other drugs or whatever, because of that, like neurostatus or like the central nervous system depression, they inherently, that's why they survive a lot of their accidents, right? Because they don't tense up. So is it the same? I just like this. I'd love to know why the mechanics
that's
are
a different situation because when you're intoxicated, I've heard the same thing. And actually, we knew somebody who got in a really bad accident and they were intoxicated. And had they not been, they probably would not have made it. But I think that's different because I think that the intoxication actually, like, your body reacts less because of that, and you don't go into the shock that you would normally have gone into had you been like, you know, fully apparent. Like, I mean, you think about it, right? Like if you get hurt, like if you're intoxicated, you're probably not going to feel it as much as you would if you are not.
No,
right?
you just wake up the next morning.
Right.
And wonder what you did.
So it's more, I think, just the impact of the alcohol versus your body posture.
Interesting. That's actually something I didn't know. So kudos to you, April, for a good question.
Well, thank you.
Look at me giving you kudos and everything.
Look at you getting stumped on your first one. All right, go ahead.
I did. Well, actually, I learned something. So, okay. And not that I don't, but sometimes, you know, we do have the same questions or similar. All right. Fact or fiction? Most of the heat is lost to your head.
That's a fiction.
Tell me why.
Because you can lose it through your entire body, through all of your skin.
But did you ever hear that when we were growing up? Put your hat on.
I mean, I was always told to put a hat on.
Yeah, well, put your hat on because you'll lose. No, it wasn't just losing heat, but like you'll catch a cold. Do you remember that?
Well, yes, well, because, you know, the cold makes you catch a cold.
Absolutely. Which is why I didn't do that question because we did that last year. But actually, there was like in the 1950s, I want to say, it was sometime in the 50s. 1950s. There was this, the U.S. Army did a study. And it actually, the concept of losing the most amount of heat from our heads came from this study. And it was a misinterpreted study. They had these volunteers in full Arctic survival gear, except for their heads. And the head appeared to lose 40 to 50% of the total body heat. But that was only because it was the only uncovered region. So we took that into medicine for a while and said, oh, like you lose the most from your head. But it was misinterpreted like as a physiological truth instead of it was just really clothing artifact is what was really going on. So you don't lose heat in your head any more than you do with any uncovered skin. It just feels that way because we often forget to put hats on or we don't put hats on or we have hair on there or whatever. But heat loss is actually proportional to like your exposed surface area and insulation. And so when we are like in the medical world, we do like our body surface areas by 7%. Usually when we talk about burns, you can think about it in the same way, but cranial heat loss is only about 7 to 10% consistent with like a normal body surface area. So we don't lose any more from our scalp than any other part of our body that's just not clothed.
Yeah, makes sense when you think about it, right?
Yeah, I was shocked about that because I always feel warmer when I put a hat on, but I do realize it's because it is the only part of my body that's not covered. So
it's true.
It makes sense, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway.
All right. I've got one.
Gotcha.
Poinsettias are just one of many holiday plants that can be toxic to your pets.
True.
That is
or
true.
Fact. If you said, I can't remember which one you asked, but yes,
yeah.
It is. And but so are fresh trees.
Right. Well, the thing, and I found this interesting because you always hear about poinsettias, right? Like the cats and the dogs. But then there's so many, like in reading about this, there's so many other ones that also can harm your pets that I never hear about. Like Christmas lilies are one, holly, mistletoe, the tree itself.
So they want you to kiss then die under a mistletoe or what?
Well, you just shouldn't kiss and then feed it to your dog.
Oh, okay. Don't kiss your dog under the mistletoe and let them
exactly.
eat it.
That's right. If you have the mistletoe in your mouth, which I don't know why you would, but yeah, so it was interesting to see how many of these kind of holiday plants that people have around their house can be actually really toxic to your pets. So if your pet ingests that, you can call the animal poison control and they can give you advice on what to do. So watch your pets around your plants. Yes.
Okay. Well, I've seen something about cats. Is it cats eating pine needles? There's I'm sure dogs too, but
it is cats for the
cats.
tree.
Cats are the big one because they love to eat like fresh trees. But I'll tell you, I don't know. Did you grow up with fresh
Well,
trees?
cats will also climb in trees. We did. We had real trees growing up, but I don't have a real tree in my house.
Never mind. But I miss the nostalgia of that. But I don't miss all the pine needles.
The nostalgia of like what? Like going together?
Of having a fresh tree. No, heck no.
Oh.
No. I was like,
So what,
what's
you
her
miss,
name?
like, the
Audrey or
smell?
something from the National Lampoon. I missed the nostalgia of the holiday, like going to pick out the tree, but I didn't want to go like actually walk and like saw it. But it was just like a memory and bringing it home.
Yeah.
And then it was fresh pine, but you had to water it. And there were 5 of us, so we had to like take turns watering
Yeah,
it.
we had to
And
water
just
it
like
too.
that nostalgia of a tree.
Yeah.
A real tree, but now like that's what causes fires and
Well, and I've
everyone's-
heard too many stories about bugs in trees. I won't ever.
Oh, you know what? As a child, it was perfect.
real
As an
tree.
adult, I can't bring any of that. I am thinking straight National Lampoon when that squirrel comes out and jumps on him. Like that's what would happen to me.
Who had spiders. Oh,
No, friend. No. Okay, we need to keep this one moving. This has gone left already. April, why are you trying to ruin everything? So, here's my question for you. Let's go cold exposure.
okay.
Cold exposure directly suppresses the immune system. Fact or fiction?
Say it one more time.
Cold exposure suppresses the immune system. Fact or fiction?
Suppresses the immune system. I'm going to go fiction.
Oh gosh, why are you so smart? Okay, you're right. I took a word out on the second time I told you the question to see if I could trip you up because the question truly is cold exposure directly suppresses the immune system. But this idea goes back to the 19th century. There was like a lot of medical writings where cold air was believed to like chill the humors. That's what they used to talk about or like weaken your body's defense. And then in the early 20th century, other studies were linked to winter outbreaks of influenza or cold snaps, but they lacked like virologic understanding. So the belief persisted because people often felt cold right before an illness, but that's usually like the prodrome phase of infections, right? So
Right.
cold weather doesn't show off your immune system to our patients out there. Instead, winter just makes it easier for viruses to spread. We've talked about this on our podcast before. We're crowding into smaller spaces where we don't have like the benefit of the open air, filtering and insulation that happens just being outside. A lot of people gather together. Cold air or cold and dry air does irritate your nasal passages. Viruses tend to survive longer. We talked about this in our fall podcast actually when we talked about influenza. But you still need a virus to get sick. So.
Yep. All right.
Cold doesn't change our leukocyte redistribution. It does nothing for our clinical people out there. It does nothing meaningful by ways of immunosuppression that we can log by labs.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of, winter colds, fact or fiction, blowing your nose can make the common cold worse.
Ooh. Blowing your nose can make a cold worse? I'm going to say fiction.
It is a fact.
I should have known.
I found this very
Great
interesting,
questions.
actually, because I do one of these things that they said not to do. But anyways, so, we always think about like washing our hands and things like that for the rhinovirus, which causes the common cold. But airborne transfer is actually really important with this as well. People coughing and sneezing. But if you like forcibly blow your nose and you are like pinching your nostrils, that can
That's
actually
what I do all the time.
Yeah. So that can actually
And I go like this. That's
Yeah.
how I sneeze.
it can actually propel germ mucus into your sinuses and actually cause inflammation and a secondary infection in your sinuses. Pinching your nose while sneezing can have the same effect. So
What?
yes, which is funny because I pinch my nose and sneeze all the
I
time.
do it all the time because I just don't
I
want
know.
to slobber bobber all over everybody.
So
Like,
what you're
I'm
supposed
afraid-
to do is you're supposed to cough or sneeze with your nostrils open into a tissue to reduce the droplet spread and also keep anything from going back in. But if you think about it, I mean, it makes sense. Like,
It does, except that sneeze never shows up when you have a tissue.
I know. Well, I
You
mean, I
know?
guess that's why you always, sneeze into your sleeve. Did you ever,
No,
were you
I
ever
just
taught
hold my
that as a
nose
kid?
and then it's clean all the way
No.
through. It
I'm
was
probably
just get
50-50.
sick. So
Sometimes I sneeze
when
into
I'm
my
sick
sleeve and
next, I'm going to
sometimes
tell
I-
you I was sneezing.
Okay.
I was sneezing with my nose pinched. Okay. All right. I'm going to learn my lesson. That's going to be my excuse for 26. I'm putting that on my vision board. Okay. All right. I got it. I got one. Ready? This is actually a fun one. Unlike yours. Fact or fiction?
Mine are educational. You have learned a lot in the last 15 minutes.
I actually have,
by the way.
except now I'm in my head about how many times just yesterday I sneezed with my nose, and I'm like, is that why Juliana's sick? Because Juliana, I told you before we started, she's 104 fever this morning. Very bizarre, just out of the blue. And I get it's a time of year, but I'm like, was she sneezing with her nose? Like, does she close her nose? She's sick now. That's funny. Okay, you ready for this one?
Yep.
This is my love language. Shivering can burn as many calories as moderate exercise. Fact or fiction?
I think that's actually a fact.
Oh my gosh. I think you hacked me.
I did not.
I made hard ones.
I am just genuinely smart.
Yes, you are. Everybody, April is the person that we were making fun of in high school. But anyway, April, teacher's pet. We got it. Okay. But anyway, we do equate. I don't know about you, but I equate calorie burn with voluntary movement. Like when I think about, I don't think of resting, caloric, like I have the Apple Watch. It has all of my data analytics, like all of it on there. But when I look at the calories burned for the day, I don't even qualify them if I haven't worked out. So we're constantly burning calories, right? Just part of our process, our metabolic process. But there were earlier studies that showed that there was like extraordinary caloric expenditure during cold exposure. So people were losing a little bit more weight. And this was around the World War II era. Later, they realized it was actually involuntary skeletal muscle oscillation. So like when we're rigoring, and that whole, I call it rigoring, but like even when you're just cold, like just the chills that were produced was burning a fair amount. So yes, people, shivering is your body's rapid fire way of making heat. Just like when you get a fever, we get really cold. We can make heat. It can rev our engine. It can also kind of help our body to cool down. Our body does a lot of things to kind of thermoregulate. But when we shiver, it's our body's way of making a little bit more heat, revs the engine. That takes a lot of energy, and it's almost like a workout. So, April, here's what I'm thinking. We should just go outside when it's cold. Let's just go outside.
We could just shiver for 15 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Running,
20 minutes. Well, I don't even need to run and shiver. Well, I'll just go outside and be cold. I want to shiver enough that for 20 minutes. I wonder if that
means that I burn double calories every night when I walk Baxter and it's 30 degrees. Do you think that's the fact?
It says thermogenesis increases the I cannot talk today. The metabolic rate. Shivering increases our rate 300 to 500%.
Oh. Well, maybe I should wear not as heavy of a coat and shiver a little.
Increases our ATP turnover. It's rapid. It's efficient. It's basically saying it's creating emergency heat for us, and that it is more quick and more feasible metabolic intervention than working out. So here's what you got to figure out.
When you're super sick and you've had a fever for days and you lose a bunch, you feel like you lost. And
you're dehydrated as heck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also we need to do that. That's a spring episode, but maybe we do another one. I would love to know a little bit more about that process too. I'm sure dehydration has to do with the heat, but yeah, anyway, if you didn't work out, just shove Dave out on the porch tonight and say, honey, you need to go work out, and go throw him out on the porch for 20 minutes and let him sit there with his phone and shiver.
Oh gosh.
He'll be in great shape.
Maybe I should walk Baxter in shorts and a tank top tonight.
Oh, sweet Baxter, and a cone. Don't forget the cone, but put a hat on so he's not too cold. Okay, let's go one more round.
All right, one more. Speaking of weight loss and gain, fact or fiction? Holiday weight gain is typically not as significant as everyone perceives it to be.
Say that one more time. I like when you repeat them.
Because you're cheating.
I'm listening to. No, I'm not. Googling. I'm listening to every word. I swear to. I've not gotten one right yet.
That's
if I'm
true.
Googling, fire Google right now. Fire.
All right. Holiday weight gain is typically not as significant as everyone perceives it to be.
False. I don't know if you said fact, fiction, true, false.
It is true. So how everybody's like, oh my gosh, after the holidays, yeah, you kind
put them outside.
Today. I'm just telling you, but You know how after the holidays, everybody's always like, oh my God, I ate so much. I think I gained 10 pounds over the holidays.
Yes.
In reality, they gain like 1 or 2. It's really not like,
Really?
yeah, on average, it's not as many as people think it is. But it is important that because research shows that many people like they don't shed those extra couple pounds after the holidays, and then extra weight adds up over time. So it can contribute to that likelihood of becoming overweight. But, so those couple that you do gain, and then we go into the winter, we're a little less active because we're inside, and then it can build up. But the holidays themselves don't generally make you gain, the 10 or 15 pounds everybody jokes about gaining. So
No, it's our choices during those holidays, right?
Right. Yep.
Hilarious. I just wonder if it's more like I think about I am pretty like regimented on how I eat. I'm not like a meal planner or anything like that. I just don't have a huge appetite, and that's worked out well, but it also backfires in a lot of different areas. But what I did like think about when you were just talking about that though is like you can build bad habits during the holidays. Like when I get to a Thanksgiving, like the green bean casserole, I'll want green bean casserole for a month or 2. I've already made 2 additional pans since Christmas of green bean casserole. And I like when I get into comfort foods like
Thanksgiving?
that. Yeah. What did I just say?
Christmas.
See what I mean? My brain's already cooked. I need to go outside and work out, guys. I need to go outside and I need to go stand in the cold and work out.
Casserole and eat it outside. Then it'll like neutralize.
There you go. That is like the neutralizer. Why are we having Christmas this year outside? Because Mom doesn't want anybody to gain weight. Okay, so that's where we are. All right, last question, and we'll let you take us out. In all seriousness, I'm gonna win, but we talk about
far from winning today. Go ahead.
I know I'm far from winning this entire year. # not winning Charlie Sheen. So we talk about seasonal affective disorder. It's my favorite thing to talk about. But there's something new I learned. So here's a question I've got for you, fact or fiction. Okay. Seasonal affective disorder is caused by low vitamin D.
No, it's not caused by it.
How come I can't trip you up at all today?
I told you it's because I'm smart.
No, I think you cheated. I think you're smart, but dang, April, like you didn't even give me one. Okay, you're right, but I'm going to tell the people who actually didn't know this one. Don't feel bad, everybody. She has to be right. She's an overachiever. But all I ever heard my whole life was vitamin D, vitamin D, vitamin D, vitamin D. Even we get into medicine, we start checking vitamin D levels. I'm sure, 100% sure that I have seasonal affective disorder. The sun comes out and I become an entirely different person. No joke. But the dark, dreary stuff it's like winter, a little bit more challenging. But they did find in the 90s that there were some correlations that were linked to low D and then depressive symptoms. However, vitamin D can help your mood, but winter depression is mostly about the changes in daylight.
Yeah.
And those daylights, like our circadian rhythm, they affect our for patients, our clock and our brain chemistry. For providers, it's a lot of central nervous system dysregulation. Our melatonin phases are delayed, which is why like melatonin can be a good supplement for us. I've heard a lot of different stories and how people react to that. Obviously, it's something you talk to your doctor about, but if you've got a melatonin phase delay, like melatonin supplements can be really good to keep you in that circadian entrainment. And then like retinal light signal processing, we've got like imbalances with our serotogenic transport upregulation that occurs. This is just for the clinicians in the house. All of these things happen that affect our circadian rhythm. And that's where we get patients that have SAD. So vitamin D is great, but it's not a cure. And I think we have a tendency at this time of the year to start having patients that want to up their vitamin D because they want to feel better. And there's a lot of different things that we need to do. And I'm learning personally to feel better because D alone is not going to do it. So I thought that was a good one.
It is a good one because it actually, it impacts a lot of people.
It does.
And it's,
I
you
don't
know, it's
even
an
know
annual
if
thing,
some people
right?
realize how they feel, you know, like I
No,
don't,
yeah. Or like
know.
maybe they realize how they feel, but they don't know why. Like they don't connect those two dots, right? To say, oh, it's because it's the winter. I feel like this every winter, right?
Yeah,
So
it took me a long time. Like I realized, and maybe one day we do a show about this, but it just made me think about when it's like it's winter time, right? It's freaking dark at 4:30.
I mean, it is depressing. Like we say it every day in my house. We're like, oh my gosh, it's like pitch black and it's like 5 o'clock.
It's pitch black, and I'm putting my kids in pajamas, and they're like, "Mom, it's 5," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Isn't it bedtime?" Like, I have no idea what time is it. Like, I'm like, it could be 10 o'clock, it could be 5 p.m. I have no idea. And I get really annoyed. I don't know if you feel like that, but I'm like, all right, night, hurry up. Like, I just want to go to bed now. So I think I'd be a great bear. If I could just sleep based off of like the way the sun rises and sets. And I know there's a group of people that do that. It just doesn't work in our US life, but it would just be interesting to take a look at that. Maybe we do a podcast committed to that. Like just like our rhythms and everything, like sleep's so important.
It is.
And all of this like stuff can throw us off, but it's just important also to recognize it. And I'm with you. I didn't recognize it until like you're going to go on vacation and you know, you'll go into your new year and you'll go on a bunch of different stuff, but like just your upcoming, you're going to step out and the sky's going to be blue and sunny. Yeah. And the way you feel, it's not just vacation flex. It really is like you get to a sunny, warm environment and it's immediate healing. I get off a plane in Cabo and I'm not just flexing the Cabo. That's just that is my happy place. But I just am happy. Like I get out and I'm like, oh, yeah. I'll go do whatever. I'll do whatever work you want me to do right now. Like I just blue and sun.
Yep.
It's so healing. Anyway, it's just good to be mindful of, and it's okay. And you're normal people if you are going through it. Even to our providers, we're normal. We're not supposed to be cooped up in homes. That's not what we're intended to be. So anyway, a little PSA.
Well, this was fun. It was great meeting you.
I want to say happy.
I want to say year.
I was going to say like Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Holidays.
Happy. What's the other? We have Hanukkah. I'm sure there's some other stuff, but like for whatever it is that you guys all celebrate, just know that April and I are celebrating with you and your families right now as well. And really grateful for another year. We're going to go in our 3rd year, right? Next year.
I know, that's crazy.
3rd year.
3 years. I didn't think like when we started this, we'd be around this long, but look at us go.
I know. Why do you guys keep listening? What's wrong with you?
I know. I love that.
Seriously, like I want to do a recap of our year, but this has just been a great year. Like that, I don't know. Go back and listen to the episodes. How about you guys recap it for us, and we'll see you guys in 2026.
Absolutely. Happy holidays, everyone. And as always, if you have any ideas for us, feedback, suggestions, comments,
emails,
you can email us for sure. But you can also find us on LinkedIn and Instagram with On Call with April and Alicia. And we'd love to hear from you. And we do hope that all of you have happy holidays.
Absolutely, guys. And you guys stay well until the next time. Well, I said that backwards, but until the next time, you stay well. We'll stay on call. Happy 2026, guys.
That's right.
Bye, everyone.